What's up, Taters? This is Tree from Just Tree 411, and I'm here, as promised, to do a reaction video to the debate that Myron Gaines, who happens to be a homosexual, by the way, nothing wrong with that. Just want to basically give that information to you in case you didn't know. He had a debate at the campus of UCLA, and ooh, child, let me tell you something. He had helicopters, drones, and all this security for this. Are you ready for this? I just want you guys to know that the UCLA campus, the entire university, enrolls over 49,000 students. And Myron got less than 100 to attend his little his poor debate, okay? His Tamu debate, all right? He think he's the black Tamu Charlie Kirk. I mean, I know a lot of people wish you would get the Charlie Kirk special, but yeah, you're not that important. Anyway, I did do a little bit of counting of the head count, and to be honest, it's like less than about 65 or 60 people there. So I'm just being generous when I say it's less than 100. Nobody was actually calling and looking for Myron like that. So all this barricade, all that security, it really was a waste of time. So woo, child. But we are going to make money off of Myron because that's what we do here. So there's two guys I'm going to react to. One name I think is Raphael. I actually showcased him on my Twitter. And then the other one is a white nationalist. And that's a hoot and a half. And I'm going to save the best for last. So let's go ahead and look at this one because there's a lot of lies. I don't say disinformation, lies. There's a lot of lies that Myron says here in this debate, and we're going to debunk that here in real time. So sit back, relax, go get yourself some GMO popcorn, GMO-free popcorn, and let's go ahead and watch this ownage, because Myron looked really bad here. Oh, and there's a lot of stuff that's being said I'm going to have to edit out. So, you know, sometime in the debate, Myron starts going crazy and calling the guy an F slur and starts saying some other slurs. And instead of me just kind of getting those words censored out, I'm just going to cut that section because he gets so triggered by this guy that he just goes unhinged. Or shall I say, chimping out. Okay, here we go.
Your only relationship started when you were in your mid-30s and also ended in your mid-30s? Okay. Why should anybody listen to you for dating advice?
You're the cloud chaser guy that got beat by Andrew Wilson, right?
No, I beat Andrew Wilson. Only dick writers think Andrew won, by the way. So tell me again, why should anybody listen to you for dating? Why should it? Can you shut the up? Can you shut the up, fat ass? Listen.
Yeah, this guy.
Listen.
By the way, this is the guy who's heckling him. This guy here is rotund. Okay, he is huge. All right, I'm not being mean when I say this. He is at least 400 pounds, and he's so proud to be a Fresh and Fit supporter. These are the men that are telling you ladies that you're a hoe and that you're used up and you hit the wall. These things. He's bald and he's morbidly obese, like a good 300 pounds overweight, and he's like yelling at, "You can't talk about my brown leader like that."
This guy's a cloud chaser.
No,
look at this. Look at the sausages on the back of that neck. Okay. Wait a minute. What neck? I don't even see any neck. This is just the back of his head.
I have a question.
You are. You've been following me all over the place,
You literally have had one relationship in your mid-30s. Why should anybody listen to you for dating advice?
Actually, that's a good question. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Oh, are you?
No, I am. I am glad, because here's the thing, my friend. I've dated and been around a lot of women.
No, you haven't.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. I'm going to tell you all right now, Myron has never dated in his high school, never dated a woman in his during his high school years, okay? And when he was in college, I do believe at the Boston University, he was only around men and his boo, Eric, okay? He was not around women at all. He did not, and all throughout his 20s, he cannot show you any prom pictures of him with a woman. He can't show you any dates of him being with a woman. The only time he decides to deal with women, because he had to take one for the team to qualify himself as a dating coach, is when he got into his 30s and started Fresh and Fit, or with Pugsy to start Fresh and Fit. And he actually, Dave, I think his name is Dave Anthony, I could be wrong, showed an email from Myron asking him in his early 30s, like I think it was 32, 33, how to pick up girls. So this man waited until he was 31, 32 to start asking a dating coach, another dating coach, how to pick up women. Why are you waiting so long? I'll tell you, because he's gay. All right. This is why he wasn't interested in women, because he's not attracted to women. He don't want women. So when this guy say you don't have any experience with any woman, you don't. He can't even produce those receipts.
Okay.
Self-admitted you've had one relationship, but keep lying.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay. Buddy, you do realize that you don't have to be within the confinements of a traditional relationship to understand and date and be around a lot of women, correct?
Okay. That's just stupid. In order for you to be a dating coach, you have to have a vast experience in dating. You have to have dated at least more than one woman. You, by your own words, said that you only dated one person, and that was Angie, and you wasn't even having sex with her. So how is it that you feel like you didn't have any interest in any girls throughout your high school years, throughout your college years, throughout the time you was with Homeland Security, your entire 20s, you go without dating a woman, and 30, 31, okay, you're not interested in women, but you ask a man at the age of 32 to teach you how to get women, because you knew you had to do that because you were entering the red pill space. So no, you have to have experience in dating in order to get dating advice. Just like a person have to have experience in marriage. I would prefer that they are currently married to give marital advice. I don't understand this notion of, I don't have to have a lot of experience with women and have to have dated a lot of women to give dating advice. What? I mean, you could possibly give dating advice for gay couples, men on men, but you can't give your advice for heterosexual couples is just trash. You sit up here and you tell men that they should never live with women, even if they are married. They should only live with other men. You said that men are better off going to Grindr. He did. I got the video. Y'all know I played that before, okay? I played it. He said men are better off than going to Grindr instead of Bumble because it's not transactional. You just meet up and then go back to work. That is what Myron said. He promotes homosexuality. He does not promote heterosexuality. And he doesn't basically practice what he preaches. So again,
so you know a lot about relationships?
He doesn't, by the way.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Quite a bit. Being in one, you know a lot about
most importantly, I understand female nature to a degree to identify which women qualify for a relationship and which ones don't. Now,
okay, Myron says that the way you can tell if a woman is qualified is that you have to have sex with 50 women. And y'all think this man is straight.
You might not know that.
By the way, he didn't even have sex with Angie. I gotta keep saying that.
Because you're a simp and you're a sucker and you believe in the marriage
and I'm
institution.
Married, I've been in many relationships.
See,
by the way, and so you can tell that Myron is getting triggered by this guy because he immediately go into name calling. Now, his entire team and his simps, the one who follow him, his fans, always say, ad hominem, but who was the first one to do name calling here? It was Myron. Why? Because he's triggered.
The thing.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
See, sir.
Also, I just want to rewind this because Raphael says that he's married. All right. So I do believe if he had lots of experience dating women, unlike Myron, and he is married, unlike Myron, Myron would never marry a woman because he doesn't like women like that. He doesn't find us attractive. He's not interested in women of any women. He's into men.
A degree to identify which women qualify for a relationship and which ones don't. Now, you might not know that because you're a simp and you're a sucker and you believe in the marriage institution.
I've been in many relationships.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
See, sir, that does not qualify you. Being married that means basically, okay, well, I found a wife, I'm cool or whatever. But that's not the male statistic of success. The male statistic of success is
Wait a minute. Do you understand this contradiction here? Myron have said over and over again that he wants men to get married and have children, but they got to get their money up. Now he's like, you married? Really? You married? That's not how a man finds a woman based upon statistics of success. Which one is it, Myron? Either a man should never marry like you, or he should get married and have kids. Which one is it? You keep flip-flopping.
Women, right? Do you have the ability to attract women?
You don't have the ability to attract women.
Okay, buddy. See,
I have a viral video. I have a viral video. I have a viral video asking women. I have a viral video asking women, did anybody find Myron Gaines attractive? 3,000 comments. Guess how many women said yes?
Spoiler alert, he doesn't answer that because he's afraid to know the answer.
Boom! Headshot!
Now, a woman in the background is going to say 0. But Myron doesn't want to get the answer because he knows he's unattractive. But here's the deal. He doesn't care if women don't find him attractive. He doesn't care. He cares if men find him attractive, not women. He could care less if women find him ugly. And we do, but he doesn't care. That is not important to him.
Take a guess. Take a guess.
So you actually believe women when they tell you what they're attracted to and what they're not?
Am I only supposed to believe you and no experience?
Okay, let me give you an example.
Doesn't engage with it. Again, and y'all need, if you guys are going to debate Myron, okay, unless you want to make him mad like I do, okay, because I know he's not going to engage with any questions I ask, okay. He asked him a question, and he doesn't engage with the answer. So instead, he wants to go and give him a question and go through some scenarios. This is called deflection.
Well, as we were driving here, I saw Bundy drive. Are you familiar with the guy Ted Bundy?
Sure.
How many women showed up at his trial?
I'm sure people are crazy and like Ted Bundy.
Okay,
but
so
you can't attract women. You're supposedly this high-value man.
Are you gonna be quiet as I explain this to you?
Why are we talking about Ted Bundy?
Because I'm gonna bring this somewhere.
Okay.
The reality is that the things that women are attracted to and aroused by are not politically correct a lot of the times, and women are not going to be honest, and they don't have a vested interest in being honest with what they are attracted and aroused by, because the things that arouse and attract them are not politically correct.
So okay, I just want you to understand. This man is going to tell us. This gay man is going to tell women that we're not honest about what we are attracted to. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And I'm going to destroy this whole notion that just because you had a small group of women that were obsessed of Ted Bundy does not mean that all women are this way. This is what these guys do, okay? If you have a group of women, let's say, for instance, 20 women, and they were recorded going to a mosh pit at a heavy metal concert, right? And they like to go in the mosh pit and they like to basically, I don't think it's called fighting. I guess you call it dancing around the marsh pit. Then, because these guys saw 20 women at this marsh pit, they're going to basically have a brush and broad brush over all women and say, oh, these 20 women are like to dance in a marsh pit. All women like to dance in a marsh pit. That's not how that works. And if you ask him, by the way, I don't know why I didn't say how many women were at the Ted Bundy's trial. They can't give you a number. But let's just pretend it was 50 women, which it wasn't. It wasn't even close to that. It wasn't even close to that many women, all right? I'll be generous and say 20 women, right? There are over 172 million or anywhere between 172 million and 173 million women in the United States. And these guys are fixated on a handful of women, 20 women who attended Ted Bundy's trial.
So when someone let me finish what I'm saying.
So the women that are attracted to Ted Bundy, they're being honest, but the women that aren't attracted to you.
Look at that bald spot. Myron, when you glue your wig on, you keep forgetting this area back here, okay? I don't know why you keep forgetting this area when you glue your hair on, but you need to, if you don't glue your hair on, you need to get one of those sprays. I think it's spray on hair and spray that bald spot back there because it just doesn't look too good.
Aren't being honest.
Once again, I'm trying to explain to you. Women like bad boys. Women like men.
No. some women like bad boys. Just like, I'm going to say many men like hoes, okay? So I'm going to say women like bad boys, but women also like nice boys. You can't sit up here and make something general. All right. You're going to have to bring in some numbers. What percentage of women like bad boys? What percentage of women like good boys? What percentage of women like tall men? What percentage of women like short men? Okay. One thing, and I'm telling you this as a woman, as a married woman, one thing women love, and if I'm wrong, let me know, correct me in the comments. Women like a man that's exciting. All right. We as women don't want no boring man. And some of these women who are not all there in their head, who like Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer, which there wasn't that many women that liked Jeffrey Dahmer. Let me take that back. Ted Bundy. Okay. These women were looking at excitement, but there wasn't that many. So it wasn't a lot of women, because a lot of women don't want to date no serial killers. Are you serious?
That are dangerous. Women tend to be hybristophiliacs significantly more than men, which means they're attracted to men that are dangerous.
Okay, why would a man, if the man is the person that's dangerous, why would they look to get with a dangerous woman? Okay, that's just not true. That don't make any sense. They're not even wired that way. And also, women, we as women are not wired to seek out dangerous men. Post-editing tree here. I just remember that men lost their mind when a majority of women chose a bear over them if they were lost in the woods or if they were in the woods. And they were asked, would they rather be alone in the woods with a bear or alone in the woods with a man? So if it's true that women desire or prefer to be with dangerous men, why the hell would a woman choose a bear over a man? So once again, red pill men are caught lying again about what women want. Again, they make these claims without proving them. I want you ladies to not buy this. When they make these claims, say, prove it. The biggest kryptonite to someone like Myron, the words prove it. He can't.
That are criminals, etc. Now, women aren't going to admit this openly for obvious reasons. So what they tell simps like you, right? I like a guy who's nice. I like a guy who gets me flowers. I like a guy who's XYZ.
Yeah, we don't say that. Also, I never, as a woman of a father who's a police officer, I've never looked at a criminal and go, ooh, hey, how you doing? I stay away from criminals. And as someone who was in policing myself, obviously I would stay away from criminals, because as a police officer, you cannot date a felon. You cannot even be around a felon. Now, they may have changed that now with police officers today, but you'll lose your job if you're around some criminal, if you're around a felon, a known felon. That's the reason why a lot of police officers were friends with other police officers, deputy sheriffs, and also men who are firefighters, okay, or marshals too. So anybody in law enforcement, even in a correctional facility, your friends are there because they don't have a criminal record that will jeopardize your job. So this whole notion that women love dangerous men, that's just crazy.
That's what the model that you use when you dispense dating advice. That's what you dispense.
I don't say that.
So anyway, like I was saying, the reality is that women are not going to be honest about what they're attracted to and what they're aroused by.
But you believe the Ted Bundy ladies.
I'm using Ted Bundy.
But you believe
the
Ted Bundy ladies.
Luigi Mangione. Why are women? You believe
those ladies, but you don't believe the ones that say you're unattractive.
I believe their actions. If a girl wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go look at some dude's trial, who's a criminal, okay, that she doesn't even know, he doesn't even know that she exists, that tells you where women stand sexually.
No. Notice how this clown said, if a woman gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to a trial of a serial killer, then all women or women, he goes from a singular to just a single woman, just a one woman, to all women. So that's what they do. They conflate this off and on. They want to make women the enemy so bad that they do this. And you got to call them out. So what if one woman gets up and, let's say if it was 10 women. So what if 10 women go and watch the Ted Bundy trial? Are 10 women representative of all women or half women or 1/3 women? No. They're not. And if you go, I dare anybody go look it up, because this is what I did. I actually went and looked this up, right? Look at this. Look at what I said. I said, how many women attended Ted Bundy's murder trial? There is no exact historical figure for the total number of women who attended Ted Bundy's trial, but the A&E, we're talking about a TV network, and Oxygen, we're talking about another TV network. The A&E and Oxygen networks documented the large crowds of female fans and groupies consistently filled the courtroom. And these were small courtrooms. So just because you have pick-me's, Barbara the Builders, doormats, all right, that like to go and think that they'll be the ones that he will love and he'll protect or whatever. They think that all women are into this. First of all, Ted Bundy is not attractive. And a lot of women, if you was to survey women and put his picture up there next to Myron, sure, we're going to find Ted Bundy more attractive than Myron, because But let's say, for instance, you put Ted Bundy, Myron, and Drake. Okay, I'm sorry, that's the only person I can think off the top of my head. We're all going to pick, most of us, I would have to say 95% of us are going to pick Drake. Okay, we're not going to pick Myron, and we're definitely not going to pick Ted Bundy. So to sit up here and think that just because one woman or a small group of women did something, all women are that way, that's not how that worked. But the red pill, they're famous for spreading lies, and they don't have the numbers to back up their claims. So whenever they make these crazy claims that women prefer criminals, you're going to have to make them produce those studies. You're going to have to make them produce receipts showing statistics. And I looked, and there is no statistics to show that women prefer criminals over a actual upstanding citizen who obeys the law. That's just, they just have to basically come up with this mentality to qualify why they're not chosen, or that why they're not desirable. That's all that is. It's just to make excuses to why women don't find them dateable.
Do a lot of things. And again,
it's
like
convenient what you believe. It's convenient. You
I've
believe
just given
those
you
women,
Jeffrey
but you
Dahmer,
don't believe,
Jeffrey
you
Dahmer,
believe that those
Ted
women
Bundy,
are attracted to
the
them.
Night
Yes.
Stalker, Richard
You
Ramirez,
believe
Luigi
that those
Mangione.
women are attracted
I'm
to
giving
them,
you
but
an
you
example.
don't believe the women aren't attracted to you. Why do you believe them but not that?
I'm telling you that they're not going to be honest with you and tell you that they're attracted to me or
they're
not.
honest about
That's
Ted
not really
Bundy.
relevant.
But they're honest about Ted Bundy, but they're not honest about you.
Facts! And also, I want you to understand that Myron is comparing himself to serial killers. Myron's like, well, they're really into serial killers, and so they're not going to tell you that they find me attractive. What? So when this guy says, these women don't find you attractive, I interviewed 3,000 women to ask if they found you attractive. Myron says, oh yeah? Well, guess what? They're attracted to Ted Bundy, and they don't want to tell you that they're attracted to Ted Bundy. So now Myron is letting you all know that he's a serial killer. He compared himself to serial killers. He literally did. He didn't compare himself to a football player. He didn't compare himself to a politician. He compared himself to 2 serial killers. 2, Jeffrey Dahmer, who was gay, by the way. Oh. Okay, now it makes sense. Because let's not forget, Jeffrey Dahmer was killing black men and, and eating them. Literally.
Yeah, they're not going to go on camera and tell some random guy who's like, do you find Myron Gaines attractive, who's a very, radically right-wing guy who's very controversial, whatever. Do you find him attractive? Of course she's going to tell your dumb monkey ass no.
You supposedly have everything.
Of course she's going to tell you no,
You supposedly have everything these women want.
You're a conservative. Of course she's going to tell you no. Like, what the
old
of course she's going to
man.
say no.
Okay. Yeah.
Of course she's going to say no.
You believe
it's
what you want to believe.
Correct.
You believe what you...
Okay, I'm going to have to edit a lot of that. So this is when he gets unhinged. So I'm if probably when you see this, I have edited all of that out, because he just used the derogatory word for Jewish. He just used derogatory word for gay people. And And he also used a derogatory word for black people, the N-word with the hard R. So I'm going to have to edit all that out.
You want to believe guys and ignore everything else. I got it.
Okay, buddy. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay, back to what I was saying. Whether you think I'm attractive or the weird women that you ask think I'm attractive as well.
So because we don't find him attractive, we're weird. Somebody is butthurt. Isn't that something? Oh my God. So Myron is so insecure, and with that gonzo beak of his on his face, I can see why. All right. But no, Myron, a lot of women don't find you attractive, but you don't find women attractive. I don't know what you're talking about. What are we doing here?
The point I'm trying to make is that I've been with a lot of women.
The women here.
Are you going to let me finish what I'm saying? Because you're the one that's making the claim that I don't know anything about females, whatever.
You don't.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't. You don't. You know a lot about men. I have shown so many videos of you actually talking about how men are best when they're with other men. Men are better to going on Grindr. Men are better when they just ignore women. Men are better if they don't even try to sexually please a woman. Like, this is what you do. You talk a lot about men, but all you do is put down women. All you do is talk against women. All you do is humiliate women on your show. All you do is degrade women. That's all you do. So when you do all the negative things to and against women, that doesn't make you an expert on women. You are a professional woman hater. We know you hate us because you find us your competition, but you are not pro-women and you do not like women. Just cut the cap. Just stop it. Stop it. You like men's. You like men's.
Sure. We just built a very successful podcast, saving guys from killing themselves.
By controversy, by getting this guy to like you.
You know what? Because for telling the truth.
No. Your podcast was successful because you copied off of Kevin Samuels' format. Sisters, I got to be honest, a lot of y'all are masochists. I don't understand how any of y'all, that's why I never went after Kevin Samuels, because you all, and many of you paid to come on to his Zoom call so he can humiliate you. So many of you paid to come up to get advice from Kevin Samuels, and he used you as content. He used his content to humiliate you, degrade you, and actually to put you through the ringer. And this was a winning format. When he was doing it to men, all right, when he was clowning men, people didn't care. But when he was clowning women, oh, the money was coming in. Okay, the donations, the super chats, the Cash App, that was coming in. So Myron saw that, invited Kevin Samuels on his show, and you all began to do the same thing, except what Kevin Samuels was doing was inviting these women, or the women had to pay first, and they go through Zoom. Some women would come in for free, but all of this was done online. What you guys decided to do was do the same thing, but do it in person. Have the women come in, liquor them up, so you have the red cup filled with alcohol, making sure they're drunk, also making sure they're young, making sure they don't have much life experience, and therefore humiliate them, degrade them. The men, the undesirables who are your fans, ate this up. What truth? You only provided entertainment and, like you said, controversy, clickbait, and a train wreck. Now, your numbers are drastically going down because people are not interested in that anymore. Even the whatever podcast is moving more into debates now. I don't know why, but they are. They do the round tables with the girls? Sure. But 8 hours, man, a lot of people ain't trying to sit down and watch no 8-hour podcast, and you all do the same thing. So it's not about truth. It's about entertainment. So cut the cap, right? Stop lying.
Truth is what I said before.
Controversy. Rage bait is popular. It's not because you're telling the truth. It's because people love rage bait, and that's what you do. You're the king of rage bait, and people love that shit.
I just proved you wrong a second ago.
I love that
shit. That women like bad boys. Women like hypersophiliacs.
Women
like guys that are murderers.
Some women like bad boys. Some women like that. Okay, not all women. And you can't even give a percentage of women who like bad boys. You just can't. The thing about it is that do you understand how crazy this is? And this is why he don't know anything about women. There are women who like older men with money. Do all women love old men with money? No. Now, of course, these women are gold diggers or they have daddy issues and they like to be taken care of financially and they go for very old men. But just because you have a percentage of women that do this doesn't mean that all women do this. So just because you have a percentage of women that do that don't mean all women do that. Not even half, not even 1/3. So this whole conflating that, oh, I see a group of women do this, that means all women do that. Y'all need to stop doing that and stop letting these men get away with it. If they want to sit up here and say women prefer this and they want to generalize, make them give a percentage and make them show receipts.
Why don't they like you?
How do you know they don't?
Because I know they don't.
Okay.
Prove that they do. Prove that women like you.
Again,
prove that women like you.
So like a woman in the
Angie said she's happier without you. The only girlfriend you've had says she's happier without you. So that's the proof I need. You've had one girlfriend. She says she's better without you. So that's enough proof for me.
So when I say when it comes to girlfriend, right? That was the only
deflection. Myron does this all the time. He does this in this debate in all. If you are competition, you are smarter than him, and you debate him and you get him caught in a corner, he will deflect every time. Even when me and him go back and forth, okay? When we have our little cat fights, he doesn't engage with anything I have to say. But that's when I know this about him. So my goal is not to actually engage with him because he's not going to debate me in good faith. We're not going to have an exchange in good faith. So my thing is to basically clown him so I can make a good video. Okay.
Boom! Headshot.
The girl that I provided for, took care of, etc. All the other girls that I've been with, I've had plenty of relationships.
No, you haven't. No, you didn't. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You can't even prove that. No, you haven't. You're just lying. You never had plenty of relationships. You have it.
3 to 4 girlfriends at a time.
No, you didn't.
Had a bunch of women.
No, you didn't.
So, but the only girl that I decided, you know what? I want to take this to the next level, provide for everything else like that, because I have a vetting phase, right?
The only girl you put on camera.
Are you going to let me talk or not? Because you're the one making the accusation.
If you're going to keep lying, if you're going to keep saying stupid, then yeah, I'm going to interrupt you.
No, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I'm explaining to you what it is. You're over here making these claims that are completely wrong.
No, these are correct claims. You can't debunk them. You can't provide receipts to prove otherwise. You are making claims that you can't prove.
This is why you don't have an audience. Nobody watches you.
I have 100,000 followers in less than a year.
That's why you've been following me.
I have 100,000 followers in less than a year. That's why you've been following me around everywhere. I live here. I'm not following you anywhere.
Oh, I didn't just see you in Arizona before?
Yeah.
You know me there? You
America tour.
Like,
fuck out of here. What were you doing there?
This guy's
I went with the America tour.
I don't follow you. What were you doing in Arizona? Well, I was there.
Did I know you were going to be there? I went to the America tour, dumbass. I didn't know you were going to be there.
You definitely did.
No, I didn't. You said you weren't going to be there.
Definitely
so why did I think you were going to be there?
Because you worked with a fat Jew. You did know. You worked with a fat Jew.
You know who I am. I don't have an audience yet. You know who I am.
No, I don't even know who your name is, bro. I really don't know.
You do know who this is, Myron. He's such a liar, dude. You know who this guy is. I'm just learning who this guy is, by the way. So I know who this guy is. And I know now, but before this, I didn't know who he was. But he did submit a request to debate Myron, and Myron declined twice. So Myron always talking about something, debate me. This guy has been begging to debate you, and he's part of Un-F America. And Myron is part of Uncensored America, and Myron won't do it. Myron won't debate him, and nor will Myron debate Nick, that basically made Sneeko look like an idiot. So when Nick asked Myron to debate, Myron said no. So this guy had asked him also, with both representatives, to offer to debate Myron, and Myron said no. So if Myron is not afraid of debating Raphael, I think that's his name, then why won't you do it already? Because you scared.
I just know that you're a cuckolded guy that's married that got demolished by Andrew Wilson.
I have 100,000 followers in less than a year.
Congratulations.
You know who I am. Yeah,
congratulations,
you know
100,000.
Exactly.
That's still insignificant. Nobody knows who the you are, cares.
You do.
But the point I'm trying to make is...
True. You know who he is. And you know who I am with my little tiny channel. Hi, Myron. Who's a homosexual?
Yeah, because I knew right away as soon as you were recording, I was like, oh, this guy, this weirdo guy.
Yeah,
of course.
This weirdo.
Waiting the whole time. But again, I proved you wrong. Women.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Bad boys. You can sit there and say, I don't think you get girls. Okay, bro, that's demonstrably false. But
it is not false. Myron, Angie left you last April of 2025. Right now, it is June 1st, 2026. You still don't have another woman. So if you are Mr. Freudian slip. If you are Mr. I know I can replace Angie. I know I can get women. How come you haven't replaced Angie with another Angie? How come you don't have another girlfriend? Where's your next girlfriend? Okay, so this is why you don't know what you're talking about. You found someone that would actually be your beard, but also be your personal assistant too. But the thing about it is that you have not replaced her, which proves that you can't get women. But what you're doing is you're looking for another woman to be your beard, another woman that's going to be just as attractive as Angie, going to have a nice body as Angie, who's going to be racist as Angie, have the same mindset as Angie, just like you, but also understand that y'all not going to have sex like you didn't have sex with Angie, and actually put up a front so you can qualify yourself as a dating coach by slamming women using Angie, well, your new girl, okay, to qualify how your belief system is on point because you have a girl that basically supports that.
Fine. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've had sex with this many girls. That's irrelevant. The point I'm trying to make is I've talked to
You had sex with 3 girls. That was during the year he was establishing Fresh and Fit. He had to do it to qualify how he has experience with women. And one of those women is not Angie, because we already know you admitted that you didn't have sex with her, and she admitted that you didn't have sex with her. But we know 2 women have actually talked about a horrible sexual experience they had with you, and the other one was through DMs.
Bunch of women, almost 4,000. Mm-hmm. I've been with a lot of women.
No, you haven't. 3. They all hated it. Very
selective on the girls that I date and take seriously, and or put in any type of long-term relationship where I might pay for anything. So just the fact that you saw one of them, which was Angie, was the only girl that I actually like.
She was the only one. You said it. She was the only one. Why are you trying to revise history? You said she was the only one.
Paid for and took care of. That was only one, but I've been with hundreds of girls before that.
No, you didn't.
I am very selective on which girls I take seriously. I have a very strict vetting phase.
No, you don't.
I teach guys how to do that.
No, you don't.
You might not like that. You don't understand that, but you're playing by a whole other. You don't understand how modern women move nowadays, and that's the issue. You're a married guy. You're out the game.
Myron says that this married man doesn't know how modern women move today. But yet still, Myron says that men should never live with women, even the married one. So therefore, you don't turn soft. You think modern women today would prefer that their husbands or their boyfriends live with other men? You think that's what modern women want? There, Myron. Told you guys, like, you should clown these stupid men that watch Myron. Seriously, you really should.
You don't know what you're talking about. Quite frankly, there's a reason why nobody watches you. So get the off the mic. Nobody cares. All right, we're gonna go to the next person.
Okay, so Myron was so triggered by this guy, he goes on a unhinged rant. I'm not going to spend my time actually editing all those profanities out there, all the slurs out of there. I'm not going to do that. But I will just say this. Myron is very thin-skinned, and Myron hates it when another man, a white man, actually humiliates him. He doesn't have that smoke for white men like he has for women, especially black women, especially black people. Now, yes, he called this guy a K-word, he said he was acting like an N-word with the hard R. He did say that he was also an F slur. So he would use that, but he didn't get too unhinged where he's like yelling and fussing and doing a lot of cussing and stuff like that. But again, if Myron think he has the intelligence to debunk this guy instead of like, doing all the filibustering and the deflection and then answering a question with a question, then like go ahead and do that debate, but you won't because you turned him down so many times that you came to his state and that was the only way he was going to be able to debate you, and now you sorry about it. Now I am going to do the white nationalists or the white supremacists. I'm going to probably do that in a second video and just release this video by itself. So I'll have a part 1 and then a part 2. So what did I think about this debate? It was a train wreck for Myron. That's the reason why it went semi-viral on Twitter, and I didn't mean it to happen. Personally, I'm so busy. I don't really have time to do all this engagement on Twitter. So when I posted up his version, because it took a while for Uncensored America to upload the VOD. So they uploaded it yesterday. Today's June the 1st on a Monday. And I'm actually recording this early in the morning, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So I will have this ready first. And then the white supremacist one I will have on June the 2nd. And that's going to be a good one. This was a good one too. So I think the guy did really good under the circumstances, with the fact that Myron would not engage with his questions. He refused to answer the questions. He really didn't want to know how many women found him attractive out of 3,000. He didn't want to touch that with 10-foot pole. So that was very interesting. So he has thin skin, and he just immediately went to name calling when this guy had him up against the ropes. So I thought he did very well. I think out of the circumstances, I would give this debate him a 9, and I would give Myron, I would give him like a 2. Negative. This is Tree from Just Tree 411. Let me know what you think about this debate by leaving a comment below this video. Don't forget to give this video a like, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I will talk to you guys on the next video where I will review and react Myron debating a white supremacist, and it didn't go the way you thought it went. This was a good one. So I'll see you on that video. Later, Taters.